You know, when sound first came to the movies, the talkies first arrived, people didn't know what to do with it. They thought, what are we going to do with this thing? It's crazy, it's a fad, it's ridiculous. And I think that's the same thing as sort of what's going on with creative writing and chatbots right now. How could they possibly mix? One is a technical creation and the other is a creation of the mind, the human mind. And technologists don't like to admit that there's room for creativity in the technological space. It makes them feel a little uncomfortable, and they'd rather find a technological solution to that. And it's just not possible, at least in the short term. And if it ever does become possible to create art and beauty artificially, digitally, through AI, it'll be a very sad day for the human race. So I'm a little concerned about this whole concept of conversation design, as if somehow conversations are just drawn on a drafting board with a slide rule and a little bit of mathematical knowledge and understanding. It's just not true. Conversations are spontaneous and beautiful and real, and just because they're in the digital space, it doesn't mean that that rule changes. I mean, our expression of conversation over the millennia, we essentially had a monopoly on conversation for all that period of time, has always been completely multifarious and fantastic, with a lot of unpredictability thrown in. And I think human beings expect that in a digital form as well. If they don't get it, there's a certain uncanny quality to the robotic conversations that they're having, and they feel put off by that. And that may be why these things are taking a lot longer to express themselves effectively than they otherwise would. So I believe that we should start considering conversation in design terms and start believing in it in creative writing terms. And I've gone a long way in thinking about this and trying to apply it to different platforms and how workflows would apply to enterprises and large digital teams putting together these things. And I actually think there is a way forward. I think that if both sides, the right brain and the left brain, so to speak, spoke the same language, or at least understood each other's languages, then things could be a lot better and a lot more interesting for the user. So rather than sort of, hiding in the word design as if somehow that covers all bases, I think we should be honest and say that there is a major creative role for writing in conversational technology.